Christian and Muslim. How is that possible?
No, you're not. But let's see what she has to say.
I'll explain. I listen to Jesus rather than the story of the church, and Jesus is clearly preaching Islam.
No, he is not. And even the text she's about to bring up is going to expose that.
The funny thing is, God made sure that every Christian in the world who knows at least one prayer, the most important one, would know if they pay attention to the words that they're speaking. That is, Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
And this is where it all goes downhill. So let's check it out.
Your will be done. Submit to the will of God. That is literally the word Islam, submit to God.
You see, running it back, she has to leave out the first part of the prayer. Our Father. So she said that she wants to learn from the teachings of Jesus, not the story of the church. And Jesus teaches that God is our Father. Why is that a problem? Because Muslims reject that God is our Father. Seeing why you can't be a Muslim and a Christian, there's fundamental differences here. And then she's going to read, your will be done, and then change it to submit to God, which is the word of Islam. Okay, this general principle of submitting to God is well before Islam ever existed. Just to point that out. And the word Islam is not in the passage because the word submit is not in the passage. It's simply your will be done.
I can go on. Countless examples. Why do you call me good? Jesus replied. No one is good except God alone. For I have come down not to do my will, but the will of him who sends me. For I have not spoken on my own authority, but the Father who sent me has himself given me a commandment, what to say and what to speak.
Yeah, this is just a classic quote mining tactic. If you just keep reading that good teacher story in the book of Matthew, Jesus also says he'll be the one who sits on the throne of God. So what do you do with that? The rest of those verses are quote mined from the book of John, where in his intro he explicitly states that Jesus is God, that the Word was with God and the Word was God. And there is no scholarly debate here. This is about Jesus, because John makes it abundantly clear for us in verse 14 that the Word who is God became flesh and dwelt among us. Because ultimately Muslims reject the actual teachings of Jesus, and particularly who he is, the Son of God, God incarnate. And you should just own that rather than feeling like you have to claim to be a Christian and a Muslim.